Have you never met a man before? I mean, what about your father?
I had no father. I was brought to life by Zeus.
Right.
The gods made the Amazons to restore peace to the world. And it's what I'm going to do.
Well, that's neat.
Welcome to jolly old London.
It's hideous.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Woo.
Stay back. Or maybe not. Who is this woman?
You will soon find out.
Yep, that's not gonna work. Please put the sword down.
It doesn't go with the outfit.
At all.
Wonder Woman, rated PG-13. Experience it in IMAX 3D June 2nd.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. Surprise, new Wonder Woman trailer, let's break it down. They totally swapped in a new song, mostly just to hype up the fun of the movie. Like, she's going to have a lot of fun kicking all this ass, which is pretty much what she does across the trailer. I love the way they pace it too, using this song. It's almost like the drum beats driving her forward. So there's a new round of the Flash Ring giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video. They're keeping a lot of the same narrative in some of the clips they're releasing. So Steve Trevor, at the beginning of the movie, crash lands outside Themyscira. Wonder Woman saves him. The Austrians aren't far behind him. And you learn, like, he goes up to Hippolyta and tries to explain what's so terrible that he's running from and what's getting ready to happen because of World War I, this big conflict. The funny thing about the Amazons, though, is that as badass as they are, like, they're really pissed off that there's a man on their island, but they're like, hard pass. We do not give a care if man tears itself apart. Wonder Woman being raised her whole life to be an Amazon, thinking about these great tales of these battles that they had, learning about their origin story, how Zeus created them to make peace, like she narrates in the trailer, sees all this and wants to help. The other Amazons have already lived through all this crazy dark side war. They're like, hard pass, not gonna do it. Man treated us like crap, so why should we care about them? On the flip side of this, though, you see Wonder Woman as a young child learning about this, hearing all these stories, seeing the God Killer sword here as Hippolyta tells her about it. And because she didn't live through any of that, she doesn't have any of the prejudices that the other Amazons have. But they do have this big battle here on their shore that looks like it happens relatively early in the film. When the Austrians hit the beach, they just get their asses completely handed to them by the Amazons. Probably going to be one of the most fun things ever. It's one of the really easy ways to show you how badass they are. Just present them with an immediate challenge like, oh my god, we have all these troops. We just have to get rid of them as fast as possible. Then it looks like she steals all her gear and Steve Trevor takes her to London, and I love her reaction too. Pretty much anything would look like crap next to Paradise Island. It is very literally created by Zeus to be paradise. So she arrives in London and you hear some of that voiceover. Who is this young lady? And we know now that that's David Thewlis's Ares character, just as they jump through all these funny culture shock moments where she's trying the dresses on, like trying to kick. Etta Candy's like, oh my god, this is amazing. In some of the awkward comedy of her just trying to walk around in broad daylight with her sword and shield, nope, that's not gonna work. They have that funny Diana Prince moment. Princess of Themyscira, nope, let's just go with Diana Prince. Do not tell him anything about the Amazons. And then you see some of the later battle sequences, like her standing here against the horizon. This is probably the inspiration for the sunset colored poster that they released at Comic-Con last year. It just looks really beautiful. One of my favorite action set pieces, though, is her in this town square just hooking out on everything, throwing tanks around, throwing cars like it's crazy. There's this funny panel from the Injustice comic book where Ares is like, did you just headbutt a tank? And that's kind of what's going on here. The trailer's just cut to show you everything she can do and how much fun she's having while doing it. Although tonally it sort of shifts when she walks onto the battlefield by herself and just starts deflecting bullets with her shield, with her gauntlets. It's like one of those big moments where she has her true hero's calling as a peacemaker. She's a warrior. That was one of the big things she was created to be. She's amazing at it, and most of the footage is focusing on her doing that. But her true purpose, as she says, like the Amazon's true purpose, is to make peace. Bring peace to the world that is at war right now. We still don't see a lot of Ares, but we do see some scenes that are surrounding that final big action set piece that it looks like he appears in. So it's all this where she's jumping over the barbed wire like big time, where she jumps up really high with the lasso. There's this weird thing that Zack Snyder did with the camera during Batman v Superman that they might be replicating a little bit. Now, all the cinematography is very different, the way they colored the film. Obviously, it looks like there's a lot of color, but Zack Snyder has this thing where he'll slow the camera down, like when you see Superman punting Doomsday across the camera back in the background. It's just a very different perspective to take when you're watching someone like Superman or Wonder Woman go crazy with their full powers on screen. So like all this craziness, it looks like they're speeding the camera up, slowing it down, just making her look that much more graceful on camera. Because the cool thing about Wonder Woman that you see through a lot of these trailers, like right here, is that she trained to be a warrior for a long time, which Superman has not done. He's always going to be the most powerful member of the Justice League, but what I'm really looking forward to is Wonder Woman teaching him how to fight. The funny thing about that is that he doesn't need to be that good of a fighter depending on who he's going up against. Even if he's fighting a giant army all by himself, I mean, the tactics for fighting a large group of people are very different from fighting a single person. But you get a really good example of what it's like fighting a whole crowd of people by yourself with Wonder Woman in this sequence here. Like, you take down one of their vehicles, pick it up, and throw it at the other group of people, immobilizing as many as possible, causing as much damage in as short amount of time as possible. Then you go after them one by one and pick them off. So we're really not going to see Superman-level villains till we get to Justice League. Pretty much everybody besides the Kryptonians that he's gone up against has been vastly weaker and has relied much more on trickery, like when he was fighting Batman. So that's part of the fun of Justice League versus the Wonder Woman movie, because Wonder Woman doesn't want to kill people. Even though she's fighting the central powers, she's really trying to make peace. So it's not like she's trying to kill as many people as possible. But during Justice League, they're fighting the parademons, so it's like, okay, we're going to need to clean house, so it doesn't matter how many of them they kill, so they can just have as much fun as they want. It is going to be awesome. So let me know, what do you guys think about this new footage? What do you think about Wonder Woman so far? You almost can't really tell from this trailer footage, but they've started to color it. The special effects look a little bit better. It's just a function of them spending more time in post-production. So even though the footage might be some of the same frames that you've seen in other trailers, they've actually been changed quite a bit behind the scenes just to look that much better. So what's going to happen next is a whole bunch of Flash stuff that's happening tomorrow. There'll probably be a little bit of new footage to hype up the episode, but it seems like they're really going to reveal Savitar. And Grant Gustin actually teased what the reveal is going to feel like on screen. He says, it's actually not the same as past reveals in other seasons, I'm paraphrasing him, where the audience kind of starts to have a feeling first, and then he says it's a more jarring reveal, and it happens kind of suddenly for everyone at the same time. So that's actually interesting. He's talking about the same time probably for the audience as well as the characters too. So I've already done a couple Savitar videos. I'll link those at the end of this. But they've also revealed a little bit more about the mother boxes in Justice League. There's some more stuff about the Aquaman movie, so I'll probably be doing a new Justice League video in the next day or two. I'll try to get it out as fast as possible. I also have some really cool new Stranger Things Season 2 teaser, so hopefully that'll post in the next couple days too, because it has been a while since we've had some Stranger Things. So a whole bunch of new DC, Marvel, Stranger Things, Netflix stuff coming. While you wait for that, you can click here for brand new Flash, and you can click here for brand new Wonder Woman. Thank you so much for watching. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.